sports. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Golden. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Completes it in the middle. At the 45 on its way. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like...
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Coming out with it, it's Hill. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback extends the play. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And the pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. The 10. Touchdown, Texas! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with 2 of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense set on 1st down. Give to the back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. To throw, it's Sanders. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They were trying to set up a screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper and plastic and sack.
But how about the speed on defense with that rush, getting to the QB so quickly? You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, you get the completion, and now it's decision time for the head coach, right? This is a massive one, too. 4th and short on your own end of the field. What do you do?
This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th down, own territory, going for it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people will say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
And that's what the defense is supposed to do. Stretch the ball out, making sure that it doesn't go north and south, push it towards the sidelines, push the sidelines. Eventually the ball carrier ran out of space, had to run out of bounds.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Blue. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Reeled it in and just made the house call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Powers through. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Back and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you can look out there and that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Wants to throw. It's Sanders. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's going for it all. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Picked off. Takes it the other way. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7. Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bolden. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the run, it's Blue. He breaks a tackle. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Bond. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
He'll get rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Coming after him. Makes his connection.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Slings it downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gibson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Fast motion from the offense. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll bring it back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 3.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Coming out aggressively. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on second down. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Running back goes in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown Longhorns! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Back to throw, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Finds him out of the backfield. There's a live football. And the offense falls on the football, but they are short of the line to gain. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
To the air on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got it in the middle. It's Scott. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. He makes a catch. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They keep attacking through the air. Makes the catch. It's Henderson. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Deep in enemy territory, ball's at the 3. They can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown. And here they go on 4th and short. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. One more snap coming before halftime. Dropping back, it's Ewers. He'll take a deep shot here. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Texas 10, Ohio State 0.
The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds the tight end. Still running at the 40. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense is really good bad.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Quarterback will audible. Motion from the offense. Caught behind the line. It's Golden. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Bolden. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, that's a great job working through his progression. The first guy he wanted to throw to wasn't open. He was able to kind of get through it. And lo and behold, there's a guy wide open. Nobody near him. It's a big play for the offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Bond. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Texas 17, Ohio State 7.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, Football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Time to take a shot. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on fourth down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
Here comes the Texas offense. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bond. Into the end zone. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
The Longhorns are threatening on first and goal. Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Texas 24, Ohio State 7.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
Looking for blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over first and 10.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Back to throw, it's Howard. Gonna let it fly. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost...
Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. Texas fight and fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want.